with it. So before we go in there, Riker, are you still here?
Yes.
We've played this matchup a little bit. I know I've played it with Mad King as well.
Okay, so I've jumped into the room now. They're just in the beginning of game 1 here.
Okay. And life totals are pretty close. About as much as I would expect here.
Crash and Flow is such a good card in this matchup.
Yep. And that is a very important interaction there. I think blowing up the ace.
Yeah, Crash and Flow just sends those 2s straight to the Shadow Realm.
Well, they're pretty much just sitting there, because what are you really using those 10s for? Other than that, the 10 throw is not valuable. Your 9 throws are almost dedicated to your 9. How fast are Argodar's throws?
0.8. Same.
0.8.
It's
Same as Quince.
That's what I thought. Your 9s are pretty much dedicated as throws so that you can save your 7s and your 8s for K. Protective Ward, while it is a good answer to Patriot Mirror, you have to be very, very careful playing because it leaves you opened up to K so bad.
Yep. I would like to note, kind of looking at the discard here from Argagard, we have a Bubble Shield and a Joker side by side, so I would assume he got thrown to start the game, but he has a pretty healthy lead right now, especially for this matchup. It's like basically all neutral, at least if Arg is playing it as well as he can. Good cross up. This will go into a straight, or maybe like KJ. Yeah.
4, 5,
okay.
4, 5,
Close enough to a straight, basically.
I mean, that 4 there on knockdown, even alone, is a solid move because Quince's attacks are mostly unthreatening. Patriot Mirror can kind of mess you up pretty bad, but 2 3s are already down. The 2s aren't played as attacks. 3 Js are gone.
Yep.
The odds of him having something to beat that 4 are pretty, unless it's Patriot Mirror. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, it's pretty slim.
Are pretty slim.
Good undercut. It feels like already, just kind of looking at this, Mad King does not have many answers. So I think we'll pretty cleanly go into game 2.
Since K-Throw does not knock Argagard down, Mad King's going to have a hard time chewing through 67 life in 9 turns.
Yep.
Less turns
He probably
now.
tried to go for the damage. If I was Mad King, I would burst.
He must not have any better throws.
Yeah.
This is looking like pretty much a body bag here.
Yeah.
I think you just block.
The,
I think you just block 3 turns as Argagard here and win, given that the K-Throw just came out.
Yeah. You don't have too much to really. He can't
bubble shield until the button breaks. Or just do that.
You just yeah. You don't even really let him get into the game like that. Mostly because
Mad King with a nice draw. Come on, man.
Smiley face.
No, you lost like 5 combats in a row. Like,
yeah, you can't call that. You should have been a bit more patient. Well, I can't say that because we didn't see the first.
I'll be right back, boys. I gotta help bring in.
You still don't say that. Come on.
Yeah.
This is coming from me. I'm not like the most censored person in the world either.
I gotta help bring in groceries. So you boys hold down the fort.
Good. Yeah, we got
We'll hold it down.
So we got
Patriot Mirror from the onset. Patriot Mirror from the onset. He's.
We went for spin. That's reasonable.
I think that it must have been designed for Chip, so that he could start the spin. I think he just wants into the mix-up. Let's see if we can get this vortex rolling.
Good throw.
The 8 throw to clash at least with Argyarg's 8 throw, and to I thought he was gonna go for knockdown at that point. Guess not. He wanted this. He must not have another K in hand because he did not reveal K in that scenario.
Yeah. He revealed a second one. There's the choo-choos.
Ooh, he got it.
Actually, Mad King was telling me about that setup. Actually. To get early damage with Q. That's really interesting because you take the 3 cards. They're still like pretty high value, I would say.
I bet you there's a pair for that 6 in his hand or his. I don't know. Mad King might value the 6 as a combo filler. If he gets the K spin here, he can go 6J, and 6 is a money making card for Quince. You can get a good 30 damage out of 6 some games with Quince.
Yeah, I don't even think you have to rock the J.
Yeah, 6 makes up normal the ace block.
Yeah. I don't think you even if you represent that, you don't even have to attack the J on really. You just at mirror, yeah, you have to face down. Oh, okay, he's not gonna waste the card.
He must not have had much of anything. He had that 7 throw he picked up he could have punished with. I imagine he probably has a J in his hand right now, given the aggressive range he's been playing, not holding those face cards back. But, blocking.
Good.
Blocking. You gotta find cards. You gotta hold cards.
I think Mad King also recognizes that he has the initiative right now. So, yeah. Blackstone attack. It's one of the cooler, I'm going to see if you're going to overthink moves in the game.
It's really hard for Quince to find attacks in neutral against Argar. He doesn't necessarily have to.
Yeah.
But finding attacks against Argar, run into that bubble shield right there. And when bubble shield goes up in this matchup, it's not good.
Yeah.
Well, it's not good for Quince, and I'm always cheering for Quince.
I love the Q spin here, actually.
It's probably the only one he has, unless he has that J.
He's revealing that for anti-poke. I'm almost entirely sure.
With that
Mad King really likes Q spin on knockdown if he feels he has the tempo.
Well, draw a card, and so does FraaOrolo.
So
Don't even try
I think
anything
we're
for
getting another straight.
What I'm saying, though, is if he had a J, I would have preferred to see J, because we just saw Bubble Shield go away, and Bubble Shield's what makes that so scary. And if you're still scared of there being a second one, then throw.
Yeah. I actually would have... I thought it was...
Wow, he gets another one! Hi! Wow! Okay.
Yeah, I thought I was going to see it, and I am surprised that I
pretty
didn't.
Solid, two truths.
Good split. I would have liked to see Mad King represent the dodge there. That's one thing that I think Mad King, at least in my findings, when I played him earlier, when he revealed that, he really just didn't make the dodge real.
Mad King likes to go incredibly ham.
Well, I don't even think that's really a ham call, but...
Playing the Q spin Q is definitely
it is.
Ooh! Oof! This
Good
thing needs
defense.
to go down. Okay, the thing here, the interaction with Bubble Shield, is that it stops damage. Unless he gets a chip on block or something, he doesn't get to spin. Even if he hits you, he doesn't get to spin. Yep. So, you end up in a scenario where you have to make a combat win with Quince's subpar combat options. And then after you get the combat win, you have to get another before you're allowed to play your offense.
Yeah. You do have the card sustain right here with Mad King. The sad part about it is he has used 2 2s.
There you go.
Good counter throw. That's a good counter throw call.
Take
how's
down.
game 2 looking?
Up in the air.
Well, this is looking
Mad
about
King,
the
like,
same life total
sort
as
of-
when I came in last time.
Yeah, Mad King.
Yeah,
sort of
Mad
has
King-
control.
He's managed to get two truths successfully, but I doubt he'll get another one all game.
Honestly, I would keep my other 2 2s to cross up Bubble Shield.
Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. Good 6.
Yep, there's the
Blowing
cross
up
up
that
attempt.
So no, you let that rock 100%. So we might see K reveal or J reveal here.
FraaOrolo has done a very good job with his bluffs. He's backed Mad King off twice. Quince has to make sure that he's careful where he puts his damage in the matchup where his 2s aren't as relevant because his card flow becomes much more of a trouble.
Good 7 undercut. Oh.
He's got to be careful though. Those 7s are not likely to come back.
Yep.
And that's the third one.
Yeah, that's the third one, but he has more than enough damage.
Yep. I mean, he's
finish
found
off
them.
this.
I will never argue with you connecting the 7 throw because that's the 8 damage that it's good for.
Yeah.
You just have to be aware of what that does to your options further along the line. And I'm sure.
I mean, I guess that's true, yeah. But I thought that.
Ooh.
Oof.
Ooh.
That was the dirt stuff, and that's the yep. You take that every time you bait that, whether it's a burst or not. That's
3 times that FraaOrolo has put down a face down, and 3 times Mad King's backed off, and I believe he still has both Jokers in his deck.
Yep. He tried to fish for it again. That's interesting.
I wouldn't be surprised if that J was backed by a Joker, honestly.
Yeah. I think it was.
I don't even know. I don't know enough about FraaOrolo.
That's not passing. Yeah. From what I've seen, Fra is pretty strong. Surprisingly strong Argard. I didn't know too much about him, but like watching bits and pieces of his games here, quick match and otherwise, he seems like he has pretty good control over what he wants to do with the character.
Can I just say as an aside how ironic it would be for Mad King to lose his tournament set to Argagard?
Yeah, his old baby. So
Be about as ironic as me
going
losing to Valerie.
Yeah, I feel like Fra has to make that move. He might throw the face down. He has to, but you just take him back.
Okay, the Jokers aren't real. Let's
No.
be real.
No,
Let's
he
be
has
real.
one.
I don't
pretty
think he does.
confident to say that he has one.
That's a very strange read to have.
I think he definitely has one.
I don't think you face down that many times without an actual Joker.
Unless you're going to Joker that turn.
So you go into J if you have it, or just take the knockdown.
Yep.
Well, knockdown is very gating against Quince. If I'm Arg, I am actually scared of Empty Pat Mirror or Consent here. Consent is
Yeah.
super
Let's
terrible.
check his discard.
Okay, Consent is a real threat at this point.
Yeah.
Although he hasn't powered up for it, there's no known ace, and it would take 2.
I mean, I think he
You
has it.
still have to be scared of that option. You think everybody has it, apparently.
No, it's not that. I'm looking at the discard. I see 1 ace in there. I see 9 cards in Quinn's hand. Like, I think it's reasonable to
Still
assume.
20 in the deck, though.
Yeah.
I think it's reasonable to be scared of the option.
That's what I mean. I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
reasonable to expect, yeah.
There's the
Pat Mirror.
There's Pat Mirror.
So I think you take the... Yeah, you have 8 cards.
You better have a protective ward here.
I think even
He's
if
been
you...
he's been using the 7 as throws, which I think is mostly correct.
Well, I agree as a rule of thumb, like I was saying earlier. However, protective
So-
ward is the best answer to Patriot Mirror that Arc has.
What's the mix-up here? Don't tech? 7 dodge? Yeah, don't tech.
Ooh.
Yep.
Well, there's the protective ward, by the way.
So how many P wards has he played? Looks
3.
like 3, possibly? 1, 2, 3? Yeah. Power up for an ace. Landing ace puts them exactly at the same life total.
I think as
slightly
Argagard,
ahead.
I think as Argagard here, I might 8 throw. Assuming he
Oh.
has one, I have no idea how many 8s are in his card. Because I don't
I
think
should-
attack is real from Quince right now.
3.
That's its
He's
raw
used
deck.
3.
Hmm.
He's used 3
I
eights,
don't
3
throw
sevens.
without an 8 or a 7. But if I have one, I might.
Oh, if he has K-Pump, no, he doesn't probably have that.
Yep.
He gets 8 thrown, and that is probably...
That's why I would not throw without an 8 or a 7.
That's
The
the
Joker
game.
was real, I swear to you.
That's fair. So, 1-1.
Though to be fair, he did get through half of his deck without finding one, so...
Yeah. I feel like Arc doesn't lose too much from like bluffing a lot, especially in weird matchups like this.
Well, in a matchup like this, where attack is such a strange option for Argagard to play in neutral, it's just like, what are these normals doing?
I mean, I guess I don't.
You can
I don't,
drop them off in some places, but a lot of the time you can afford to bluff with them because, I might get more value out of reducing damage than I can in trying to turn this into an ace or further damage.
I mean, I guess I've had a lot of personal success in this matchup versus Mad King in particular, just by representing normals.
Well, it depends on the scenario. I believe that he's done a very very good job of undercutting throws as Arg, but that leaves him in late game scenarios like that one where you have to make hard decisions against throwing an attack to stuff a throw or dodging or dodging to stop the theoretical attack. You know.
Yeah. That's why I like representing the normal in the early game, because you do get to counters. I mean, yeah, you give him stuff like that. So
I think the key to Mad
Roger.
King winning that last game, however, was the fact that he got 2 of his 2s off.
Yeah.
2 2s.
Getting that sustained, especially after flipping, I think it was like a 19 damage combat or something. It was pretty nice. I'm not sure what Fra is really reading in neutral. Maybe something to blow up throws. But he can play it pretty passively. I think Mad King is going to maybe not make a play this turn, but possibly the turn after that.
I think within the next 2 turns he makes his play.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's done 12 damage so far without actually winning combat.
Yep, so here's Mad King's play.
I think you mostly ignore this flagstone.
Yeah, I think this is a non-play.
Yep.
To be honest. I think this
Patriot
is a
Mirror
play
might come out.
Mad King
Quince.
dodging.
I think Patriot
Actually,
Mirror
we
might
can
come out
Dodging,
instead.
maybe.
We could see consent here. Actually, I think. Mad King dodging.
We could, but
Mad
I mean,
King
Good
dodging.
call.
Mad
call.
King dodging.
Yeah.
But you can see Patriot Mirror with such a high hand on Mad King because you run into a scenario where if you run it into Bubble Shield, then you still get your Patriot Mirror play to get you out of Bubble Shield.
I actually have a theoretical question. Would it have been okay
No 2 truths.
to let the first 2 truths rock? Because Quince is at 12 cards. He has to make that move.
What's in his discard?
No,
Yeah.
he would have gotten
Yeah.
he would have done another flagstone tax and probably gotten some power up fodder, which is maybe not the best.
Yeah, but if you're
It
playing the
depends
neutral,
on, it
and Mad King
depends
is
on the
not
number
taking-
of 10s in your hand. If you have 3 10s in your hand, then go ahead and stuff it. If you only have 2, or you have 1, then I can see leaving that in a scenario where 2 truth isn't going to do much. That way, you certainly will be able to stuff the further ones.
do
I
we
mean,
have-
right now, like Mad King, it's up to Mad
Ra-
King to start something, and he hasn't yet.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
the
he's
smash.
down. Yeah. So, Fra, I could see representing 2 counterpoint. Actually, yeah, I could see him representing 2 counterpoke or throws.
We've seen very little counterpokes from Argagarg here.
Good special block.
Well,
I think the counter.
He still has Patriot Mirror or Spin if he chooses to select that. Probably Patriot Mirror to get
Yeah,
him
very
out
good.
of this. But it's still 4 damage right there.
Yeah.
3.
4 because
Oh, sorry,
I'm
I thought
talking
you meant the
about
Patriot
X.
Mirror chip.
No. This is on Mad King. So he lost 20 HP doing 3. That's definitely a win for Fra, especially since life total, or not life total, card total is about the same.
And now look at this. Patriot
Fra-
Mirror and all of his damage sources. Quince can burn through a hand very quickly, and without 2, it gets hard to replenish that.
No, I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all.
I thought
Oh,
we were going to
consent?
see the attack throw setup,
Consent?
but I didn't know what attack it was going to be.
I like that setup by Matt.
Why?
I don't.
That's an
I-
expensive way to beat the bubble shield.
He just spent all his damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh no, I lost my 7th throw and he's
It-
down all his aces.
Like I
Like,
just
Yeah,
my-
but you can
my-
get them later though. That's-
throw into J though would have been fine.
He spent.
Nah, it gets blown
He
up.
spent 3 cards there for 1, right? That setup will get you out of Bubble Shield. There is very little Argagarg can do to beat
Yeah.
that. It has to be ace, right?
It has to be. He's not going to do that. So I like that setup, and the
However,
additional
I feel it's too expensive.
the additional part to that is Arg has burned 2 10s.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like you're not getting cards later. You're definitely getting them later.
I disagree. There's exactly as much chance that you don't.
I don't know.
Yep.
Like,
I like what Mad King did there, but you know.
I like his setup this turn, but
I don't know if I
like if his setup
like
this
that
turn
setup.
works.
oof.
Yeah,
That is very bad for
bro. Yeah. I don't know what that was.
He has to be an Argagarg player. His name is just about as difficult to pronounce.
So
So
Mad King's made a
So
healthy
he's
little
even up the
comeback
life
here.
totals.
Once more,
Yep.
Jason. I think
Well,
this is
he's
probably J reveal
We
comes
call it a
subnormal.
comeback, but Fra earned that damage doing literally nothing, and Mad King has put 3 aces into the discard and a bunch of other resources just to get to even life again.
I mean, that's true.
But
But,
he has a healthy enough hand that he could keep spinning here pretty easily, unless he guesses wrong and looks at normal.
Good call on that, actually. I'm surprised that he didn't make the J reveal throw setup.
Yep,
Real.
I've seen that. Me and Mad King have talked about that setup. J reveal mix up normal is a very solid answer to the fact that Bubble Shield is extremely powerful against J reveal.
Yeah.
So you have your knockdown.
Nope. Good dodge. Bye.
Nope.
So all 4
I
aces.
have-
You let that rock.
Yep.
I think.
I almost never see Mad King throw after J reveal. He is a huge fan of the mix-up normal.
I mean, you get more of a reward off of it. I know. He doesn't like it. My Quince really liked it. I kind of took heed of that.
That you generally don't want to throw that much after J. I mean, I throw after J I think is a necessary part of the character, but
Good
J is the quote unquote safe reveal because it is attack block. It's attack dodge. It is there's 2 chip. I'm back into the spin.
10K 7. That's a good reveal. That's a really good reveal.
I think he has to give the. Oh, he gave it a 3-card pile. I think I would have given the 2-card pile.
I would have
Maybe.
given him a 2-card pile.
Frost's hand might be king soft.
With 10 cards,
well, he's already played how many 7s and 8s?
Good poke out of
There's
that
only 8
situation.
cards in his deck that beat K.
I would rock the AA right here. Yeah, that's why Mad King put the face down.
Mad King's already played 1 Joker. Oh, he had the second one.
Yes. You really don't want to eat
Well-
20 right there. Or even something like
Wow,
King
Mad
Pump J.
King's resources.
Well, you
This
say
match
that, but he still has...
easily go to time.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
you say
19
that, but
cards.
he still has 12 cards. 12 cards, 19 left. He's only down by 8 life.
Whoever
Like,
gets a
he's-
significant life lead is going to be able to just sit on it. Because if Quince were to get an offense started, right, either he gets an offense to get his life lead and there's going to be no cards left in his deck, or Quince has to exert his offense to catch up on a life lead and deplete the remaining cards in his deck.
There's the throw.
Oh, here we go.
Frost should put a face down. No,
I don't think it will likely end in timeout, but I think the threat of timeout could easily have an effect on the game.
I actually would like Mad King to reveal J here. He's probably not going to. Attack.
So it's the same K reveal tax attacks setup.
Good
And consent. So you gave him 2 cards and got hit by consent.
I think Mad King has thoroughly taken the control of this game.
Yeah,
Frost's
I
gonna
think
have
this
to,
is Mad King's game now.
2 combats
Yeah.
for 40 damage is pretty big.
That's really strong.
Well, Frog can bring this back with Hex, 1 combat, and then an ace at some point.
He doesn't even really need the aces. He just needs the threat. If he gets KJ, that's also adequate. Or K Pump J. And I think he could get it off of either.
Do you
I would
think
like
that J's
throw,
real from
Well-
Mad King?
It very well could be.
I don't think he
Like,
wants
what
to
does
run
it
into
lose to?
Bubble Shield.
Yeah, he just rotate and get a card.
I know he's trying to draw through his deck. Now he only has 2 of his 2s are in the very bottom of his deck, but if he finds the last 2, he could go through the rest of his deck pretty quickly.
You have
Which
to
is right
counter
there.
this. Yeah, you have to.
So, yeah, now 3 of his 4-2s are on the bottom of his deck, and he found all his aces early, so he can't... Oh, no. No, he
Yeah,
must have
he
powered
had
up
it.
for one of them from his deck.
He did. He powered up and got an ace from that.
So we
I
might
thought he
actually
got
see this one deck
all his
out.
aces from his discard for some reason.
Woo!
Yeah.
Those are exciting piles.
It was a very.
You gotta pick the one that doesn't give him, the 3 face cards, because those 3 face cards will spin and burn this.
I think you can't give him the dominant throw. I would have just given Mad King the other pile.
There was no good answer.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Nope.
Say we can
You have to
probably
defend
wrap
stuff.
him up on this.
Good burst.
I'm calling that game,
Yeah, I think it's
even
good.
with the burst.
Again, one good hit,
Flagstone attack.
man.
Yeah, this is
Well,
rough.
the problem is he
Fraw
has to
has
play
been
around
super
he has-
happy with attacks whenever Flagstone attack gets revealed, but I still might just throw A here. Try and get it going.
It's Bowtech or a Bowtech. Man, I'm an ARG player.
An ARG player that doesn't play ARG.
I play him enough.
You're a Jaina main.
He played Arg in the teams, tourney. Against this
lockdown
very
players.
Quince, in fact.
And didn't lose it.
Didn't lose it.
So that's all Bad King's 10s in his discard, and he still could draw into one of those 2s that got countered earlier,
Ace,
and just
ace.
like end it soon.
Okay, you have to throw the second burst if you have it. Well, even if you don't, you have to do it face down. Oh,
Wrap 'em up.
Okay, that's over. That's it. Wrap it up.
The game's over. The set's not.
Yeah.
Reveal K, play K.
No, reveal
J,
J.
play J.
Yep.
Yep. Reveal J, play J.
I would have really liked to see Fra throw on a couple of these other turns, especially since we know.
Really, Mad King? Really?
Body bag.
Uncalled for.
Body
Uncalled
bag.
for.
Yeah, that was uncalled for. But, I mean, he took it. Strong showing after basically losing neutral for the first third of the game to pull that around.
I would
think
really
the,
like to see. I would really like to see Fraw hit him with the nice draw right now.
Nice job. Yeah, I think we saw the difference in experience probably in that last game, trying to regain control. Because you could tell that Mad King was never really, he never stopped scheming. And Fra, I felt, sat a little bit more in justice range fast enough. Shout outs to Dr. Razzie at Brent on Fantasy Strike.
Fraw has been very, very unsuccessful with attacking neutral. That's got to change.
I think he hasn't shown it really much.
Well,
If anything, I
successful with
think
attack in general. We saw a queen into a block, and we saw a bunch of times where Mad King would set up spin with off of K, and then throw the 10. And he would swing into it and get dodged. Now,
I think we've seen that maybe 3 times in this set so far.
that's what I'm saying. And those are all the attacks we've seen.
Yeah. But the thing was that I tried to allude to earlier is that we didn't really see him show it up before.
Mhm.
I mean, you saw him turn 1 block you saw him turn 1 block a Patriot Mirror the game before that, or the game before that. And you haven't really seen him establish the 2 throw. I think he's too scared of the early dodge.
Is nobody gonna comment on the reveal J name attacks Q throw?
No.
Yeah, that was. I honestly don't know what to say about that. Not even because I think it's a bad play. I don't know. I don't have an opinion on it. I guess Mad King will answer for that if he listens to.
I mean, I'll tell you what he's doing. He's putting on a show for you.
I guess. Good dodge there. Patriot Mirror. No, just K. Good
Q.
damage. Yeah. Positive spin K.
So,
I think Fra has been frazzled at this point.
Frazzled.
Frazzled.
Mad King goes for the 6 here, I think.
I think he just has to do the correct block.
Oh no, just
Bro,
just K.
same. So are we getting like 6J here? 5, 6? Yeah, that's meaty damage.
To take a step back here, Mad King asserts that Quince is a good enough character to solo main in this game. Play no one else, and you can be successful. You can win tournaments. You can be the great player you want to be with just this character, and that's what he's trying to prove most of the time I see him.
Yep.
Do you three agree with that assertion?
Yes.
I think that Quince is healthy enough that he has answers for just about every character. Okay.
Yeah, I think the answer to that question depends on how bad you think Quince Geiger is.
It's not.
If you think Quince Geiger is like
It's
really, I know. If you think Quince Geiger is bad, Quince is not a mainable character. If you think Quince Geiger is fine, Quince's only other super bad matchup is like Valerie, and no one plays her.
Yeah, I think even if theoretically, well, we're talking solo, so yeah, you're right. I was about to say even theoretically, I don't think a rampant Geiger issue would be a thing because you still have like Minoka for that. So like,
Gloria.
I don't know, or Gloria, yeah, or Gloria.
That's hilarious. Well, what I was going to say is I think Quince has a pretty meh matchup spread total, if I remember correctly. And most of his matchups, if he wins, he doesn't win by too much. If he loses, he also doesn't lose it by too much. So in a world where your worst matchup can still be won by overcoming it with player skill reasonably, then I think you're perfectly fine with Quince. I really like Quince a lot in that respect, in that I don't think he is a particularly strong player. Nasty.
Wrap him up.
Yeah, frazzled.
Somebody get the body bag. He didn't even face down. This is over. Rip.
Yeah, I think
Game both players.
Quince is probably the worst character you can reasonably assume to solo in this game. But yeah,
and by
it looks like.
And by that we mean the worst of the ones that can do it.
Yeah, not the worst in the game. Not even close. I think Quince is probably around like 12, 13, somewhere in the mid. You can reference my tier list, I guess, if you really want to. But I still think he's strong enough that you can play just about anything. And Mad King is basically getting cards. Is pretty comfortable. He could have done a ballsy play like 6 or something.
It's going to be really hard to avoid getting thrown the rest of this game for Argard.
Yeah.
Thrown, Jade, Patriot Mirrored, dodged, lose combat, die.
I think Mad King really tested Fraa's reactions in this set and found out where he was soft. Good set of throw. And that is the set.
Well played.
So, well played by Mad King. That was fantastic.
Hit him with a nice draw, Fra.
Wow. Really, really control. I would like to see Fra with a nice draw, but
that should come
I
across
really
as trays. If you're watching this, make that your thing.
Yeah, make that your thing. Especially against Mad King. Nice draws. Next time you see him, we'll probably see him in playoffs. I think Fra might still have a pretty strong showing as long as he's not getting counterpicked too hard. But very good adjustment by Mad King here. I liked to see.
We have Intillerman versus Redless happening, by the way.
Let's jump into that, I guess.
What's the set there?
I'm looking. It says 5 for 1.